Campaigners seeking to overturn certain abortion legislation were dealt a blow yesterday. A High Court ruling denied that those with detectable disabilities such as Down syndrome were unfairly discriminated against.
The law in question states that fetuses at substantial risk of mental or physical abnormalities that would be seriously handicapped could be aborted up until birth. This is far longer than the 24 limit imposed normally. Campaigners have argued this contravenes the European Convention on Human Rights.
So joining us now is Lynn Murray. She's a spokesperson for Don't Screen Us Out, a group representing over 17,000 people with
clubfoot, cleft lip, abortion is available right up until birth. And we see that as a problem. In today's society, all laws should reflect equality. You know, every other law in the land would think about people with disability and it would ensure that there was no discrimination. But this law, which has been around since sort of 1967, still discriminates against people with disability. And we find that this impinges on people.
Opportunity, if they realise their child is severely disabled, to actually have a termination up till an almost birth.
A late abortion's not an easy choice either. At the end of last year, they said that women are reporting that they are being coerced into more screening and around abortion as well. So,
I just want to ask, is your issue the fact that it is late, the abortion is late, or is it the fact that if they determine a disability that they decide to have a termination at 24 weeks? Is the issue that they can do it later? Is that what the issue is? Or is it just simply...
Well, that's the effect of it, because a woman can have an abortion up till 24 weeks. What happens with this clause is it singles out disability, and what you find is there tends to be a promotion of abortion as an option when a disability is found. So
explain what you mean about this promotion. Do you think expectant parents are given the right type of information to be able to make decisions?
Well, I would say no. From what we hear from parents a lot of the time, they have very negative experiences once they find out that their baby has Down syndrome. And as I've just told you, the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynaecologists have also made that statement. And there's also an NHS document which says the same thing. So we're all in agreement that there's something wrong here. We're all in agreement that there's a problem. And so that needs to be fixed.
Thing is, though, I mean, as a mother, I don't know whether I would have the stamina or be able to look after a child that I discovered was severely disabled. So do you not feel that perhaps you are potentially taking away the mother's option, you're sort of fighting against a mother's option to look at that situation and see whether they could actually cope with it?
Nobody that has a child with disability has any special skills. We're all just ordinary people. And that's what I'm trying to say, is if society was more welcoming, women wouldn't view it as a potential burden. What we find from research is that people who have a child with a disability live sometimes happier lives than people that don't have a child with a disability. It's not as burdensome as we tend to think it is, and that's the problem. Women are the first offer that's made is have an abortion. Moya, one of the claimants in the case, she found out accidentally that her baby had Down syndrome at 34 weeks, and she was immediately offered an abortion, which is obviously quite a thing to take on. But she thought, this must be really bad because they're offering me an abortion. And then when she looked into it, she found that no, this is fine, this is doable. So it's that whole idea of what is a serious disability, and people have never been happy to define what that is and what it means to people.
And also the quality of the life of the children who have Down syndrome, often exceptionally high. Thank you so much for talking to us, Lynn Murray from Don't Screen Us Out. Really appreciate your time this